Hello, what's going on, YouTube fam? This is J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys some more Magician Shark combos. Now, I did promise to do some Rescue Cat and Wind Up Bat combos, which I still plan to do. However, Magician Shark is still the bread and butter of your desired combos of this deck. So, I have watched DZ's channel. I have seen him do an extra link combo with Magician Shark. However, as an experienced wind-up player, I know you can go much farther, and so, for those of you who haven't seen, I will perform his combo first, and then I will perform a combo, the same, much different combo, or not much different, but, I can take it much further with the exact same cards. Now, I chose 3 Summoner Monks because they are the most dead cards in hand, when you have these 2 cards already accessible. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'll go ahead and drop Magician, and I'll go ahead and drop Shark. Magician's effect will trigger, summoning out another Magician from the deck. And now Shark will use his effect, modifying its level, it doesn't matter which one. Magician effect will trigger, and we'll go ahead and summon a rat from the deck. Now we're going to go and link up these, and we're going to make it some maintenance. And when we summon it, we can add a wind-up card. Now DZ, if he did add a Shark, but we were always going for Factory because we were always going for deck thin. So now we're going to go and activate the said Factory that we just searched, using maintenance's effect, and summon a rat from the deck. And now we're going to go ahead and trigger Factory, and search another Shark. Now we're going to go and use Rat, summon Magician, special another Shark. Magician's effect will trigger once again, and summon the last Rat from the deck. Now what you want to do from here is you want to go ahead and make a Nightmare Goblin. You want to go and use this effect, and go ahead and discard a card to get an extra normal summon for a little bit later. So we're going to go ahead and link these off, and we're going to make a Wall Dragon. Firewall, where are you at? There you are. Oh wow, I didn't fucked up. Wow, that actually, that blows. So, we are going to recover though. We can still get the extra link. We're going to go ahead and, link off the Nightmare Goblin, and we are going to go and summon our Mermaid, and we're going to go ahead and toss our Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. We're going to go and special summon, and we're going to drop a Nibbly. I should have linked off the Shark so I didn't clog up the zone that Goblin was pointing to, because when you normal summon, you have to normal summon to a zone Goblin points to. That is something that you have to keep in mind and keep track of. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and link it to a Phoenix. So Ibly can go ahead and trigger and special summon to our opponent's board. Firewall can use its shotgun effect to return 2 rats to the hand. And we are right back to where we were. We can go ahead and link off into a Unicorn. Firewall can special summon. Rat can use his effect, summon out any wind-up that's not itself, because you want different names. So we're going to go ahead and link these off, and make Cerberus. And Firewall's effect's going to trigger once again, summoning Rat, changing it to defense, summoning out Shark. And, yeah, finish off your link combo with an Underclock Taker. Now, this is pretty good, this is okay. Simply for the fact that, you know, card effects can't affect this board, so no Dark Hole, no Regeki, and all the good stuff. Battle tricks are really good. Your cards being destroyed by battle isn't too likely, simply because of the Mermaid dropping everything down by 1,000. So your opponent essentially has to special summon something that's over 2,000, which they really can't do with Ibly on the board. So, all this being said, it is a good, it's a very good combo with just Magician Shark. You have an extra link, and that should be okay, right? Well, what if I told you you can go much further with this? And so that's what I'm going to show you. just how much further you can go with the exact same cards, having a much more resilient board and everything. But it does require one extra card in your extra deck, and it is Leviair and a wind-up rabbit in your main deck if you're not already playing it. So with this one, it's a little bit trickier because the zones matter in many different spots. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave zone 3 open for wind-up shark. Then we're going to reveal to your opponent. You're going to special it. You're going to go and trigger this magician and summon the magician out of your deck. Obviously, it's too good. It produces too much advantage. So shark is going to drop its level to level 3. In particular, you want to drop it to level 3. So now we're going to go ahead and summon our rat off the second magician. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to link it to a maintenance Zen Mycon, or Zen maintenance, whatever you want to call it. Triggering its effect to add a wind-up card on search, or on summon. I'll just go ahead and add a factory again, activate it. Use this effect, go ahead and banish. And summon another rat from the deck in attack mode. So now we're going to go ahead and trigger factory, and we're going to add a shark once again. You know, this step is still pretty similar compared to the last one. So we're going to use rat, switch it to defense. We're going to summon magician here outside of the rightmost zone. We're going to keep that open, and we're going to reveal shark in hand, and we're going to special summon it. And that triggers this magician, and now we're going to summon a wind-up rabbit from the deck. Now, for those of you who don't know, wind-up rabbit reads, during either player's turn, you can target one wind-up monster you control, banish it until the next standby phase, and when it comes back, it returns instead of special summon, so it does basically, I want to banish rat, and just to make Leviair, but if you can't make Leviair, rat will come back and return, and you can change the battle position, and then you can reactivate its effect. Since it did leave the field, its effects do reset. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and use rabbit. We're going to banish rat. So now this is why we kept shark in the middle zone for our rank 3 play, because if we didn't, our zones would be clogged right now, and we don't want to use this shark's effect. Not yet anyway. So we're going to make Leviair, and we're going to detach, and we're going to summon a banished wind-up rabbit, or rat, that we just banished off of the rabbit. And we're going to go and activate, and we're going to keep some of the new magician in that outermost zone that I was talking to you guys about earlier. Alright, now from here, we're going to link up the rat and the Leviair in specific, and we're going to specifically summon Nightmare Goblin. For this reason that I'm about to go into later. We're not going to use this effect to summon another monster. But we're going to now use shark, and at this point it doesn't matter what level it's going to. We're just going to use it to effect just to trigger that outer magician. I've almost overlaid, but that's where we're at. And the plan is to summon that third rat, if I can find it. There you go. Get that third rat from the deck. Now we're going to take both of the magicians and overlay into our butterfly, once again keeping this rightmost zone open for magician. Activate rat, summon magician. Now we're going to go ahead and link off these bad boys right here into a firewall dragon. Once again, it's starting to look a little bit familiar, but it is going to defer from here. So we're going to go and link this off, and we're going to make a mermaid. Where are you at? We're going to use the effect as Chain Link 1. We're going to toss a card and use Firewall as effect as Chain Link 2 to special summon a monster from our hand. And we're going to summon a Nibbly. Okay, so now for those of you who are wondering, well, what if I don't draw all other monsters, or what if I draw like a spell or something? Well, if you look, most of, if not all of the spells summon other monsters. So the spells are really fetching you monsters anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if it's a dud like Double Summon or Forbidden Chalice, that will be the card that you're discarding for Mermaid anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now we're gonna, since it's Cold Link, we're gonna go ahead and fetch us a card, and it's Forbidden Chalice, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and link the Ibli, because we need to be able to special summon. And we're going to go ahead and summon a Phoenix. Ibli is going to trigger summoning to our opponent's board. And Firewall is going to also trigger summoning another monk from the hand. From here, now we're going to go ahead and link up into a binary sorceress specific. You want to specifically summon binary sorceress for what our inboard is going to look like. But now, as you can see, now Firewall is co-linked with 3 different monsters, so now we can return 3 cards to the hand, which is pretty desirable. So you're going to return the rats, and we can return a shark, I suppose. It really doesn't matter. But from here, we're going to go ahead and link these off into a Tri-Gate Wizard. And Firewall is going to go ahead and trigger, and it's going to summon us a monster from the hand. We're going to summon a wind-up rat from the hand, and we're going to switch it to defense and summon any wind-up. It doesn't matter. Now, that magician that we linked off into a Tri-Gate Wizard, I will let you know it did not use its effect. So if you have extra space to activate any other effects to trigger a magician, then feel free to do so. But we're going to go ahead and link off and do an Underclock Taker. Firewall is going to trigger to special summon once again. Use his effects to summon a magician from the graveyard once again, or shark. It doesn't matter what it is. So you're going to go and link it off, and you're going to make a Cerberus. And Firewall is going to trigger summoning the last monster out of your hand. Then you're going to go and link these up. You're going to make a unicorn. So now you've got a much more resilient board. Cerberus is protecting all of your stuff from card effects still, but you have a triple co-link Tri-Gate now. Now the only monster that can potentially be ran over is Mermaid, and that's if your opponent has like a 2000 beater that they can normal summon. But we have a binary sorceress that's double co-linked, and with its effects, if it's double co-linked, what's returned is a quick effect. You can target 2 face-up monsters you control, half the attack of the first monster, and add that same attack that you just subtracted to another monster. So it is a nice battle trick. In case your Mermaid is getting threatened by an attack, you can use this effect during the damage step and target like a Firewall Dragon and drop it by 1250, since that's half of 2500, and add it to the Mermaid to keep your monster safe from battle. You have a triple co-link and everything. Now, this is pretty good. Now, what if you had any other Reborn card? If you had any of the Monster Reborns or any of the wind-up bats instead of this Chalice, or if this was already in your opening hand, well, there's something else you can do, and that's also something I want to go ahead and show you really quickly. So if I was at this point to where I'm firewalling, let's say these 2 cards right here, or these 3 cards, because it's co-linked with 3, and I just linked off into that Tri-Gate Wizard, I can go ahead and use Firewall's effect to special summon, and we're going to do similar things. We're going to do something very similar, and we're going to make our, oh, it's all in the graveyard, my bad. Make our Underclock Taker. Firewall's going to special summon. Now, on our second rat, what we want to do is summon it over here and switch it to defense, and now we're going to summon out a wind-up rabbit next to the Firewall, and we're going to use Rabbit's effect, and we're going to banish it until the until our next standby phase. So if by some chance this board gets broken, this will come back and it'll switch to attack mode, and it'll summon out Magician, and you can start comboing off once again. You know, obviously you want to keep the Tri-Gate triple co-link, so what you're going to end up doing is you're going to go into a unicorn still. Firewall is going to trigger summoning wind up bat, and we can, let's say, add a rabbit once again. And we're going to go ahead and link this off into a link rebo, triggering Firewall's effect to special summon from hand, and summon whatever you brought back with bat, my bad. And still end off on the same thing, except you have a banished wind up rat ready to return on the next standby phase and grant you more monsters. So that is something that you could really think about. Now, there is something I want to bring to you guys' attention, and that is the fact that there are so many different things that Magician Shark just opens up when you get to a certain point. And I will end up demonstrating that certain point real quick. I'll just have just these two cards in hand and play out half of a combo and show you what's up. So, Magician Shark, Magician triggers, second Magician gets summoned. Where are you at? Oh, where is it? Shoot. Are you hiding here? I mean, I'm looking for it. There you are. Now activate Shark, drop or increase level, doesn't matter. Summoning Rat. Linking these up. Making a Zen Maintenance. Adding a card to the hand, which will generally be factored because you want to deck thin. Using Zen Maintenance, banish Rat, summon Rat. Add Shark, of course. This is going to be your basic combos. Now, if this is, if you're going for hand loop, you obviously search Rat, as I've described in the other past video. Summon Magician, reveal Shark, summon Shark, Magician triggers, summon Rat, or Rabbit, not Rat. My bad. If I can find the rabbit, that'd be fine. That'd be fine and dandy. Alright, there we go. Keep a zone open so you can go ahead and use Rabbit, banish Rat. Use your level 3 Shark. Make your Leviair. Detach, doesn't matter what. Summon out Rat. Summon out Magician. Now from here, there's so many things you can do. Since this Shark and this Magician hasn't used their effect, you have 4 monsters with different names, so you can make Skull Deed and fix your hand. You still have 3 other cards in hand, mind you. I've only did this with just 2 cards, so you have 3 other cards in hand. You can make Skull Deed off of this, save these 2, reduce Shark to level or increase levels, it doesn't matter. Trigger this and summon out more wind-ups and all that good stuff. You can dig for your Monster Reborns, you can start hand looping, you can make your Firewall from there. Like, there's so many things you could do when you're right at this spot that it's amazing. All the completely different play strings you can perform from this. And this just goes to show that this deck is just more than just, a deck to hand loop opponents. Like, if you're going second, you can start spamming out wind-up kittens and just, offing your opponent's entire field if you wanted to, and just go for OTK and all that good stuff. But this is 2018 after all, and there will be disruptions. That is why I'm playing Forbidden Chalice. That is why I'm playing Kaijus and all that stuff, just to directly deal with just those cards. So my monsters can go off without a hitch. So let me know what you guys think about the combo strings that I was playing. What do you, is there other Magician Shark combos that I missed or that you guys would recommend me do? Now, next video, it will be combos being wind up bat and rescue cat combos for when you don't have access to these cards right here. If you don't have access to Magician, I will show you how to get to those said things with Zen Maintenance and still being able to trigger this all in one go. So thank you guys very much for watching. This is J Money, and I am signing out.